It's a balmy January day here in Central America. It's warmer than it ought to be. I'm gonna make a lance from a point that I'd forged some time back, and I'm gonna secure it in with some cordage made from a pop bottle. I've got all that done. We're just gonna get this burned up. Then I'm gonna tie this in. This is the point and a bit of oak I got from up at my mom's. I haven't cleaned the shaft up. That'll be for later. But it'll be a small lance. And it's already split. It's already ready to go. Oh yeah, smoke. Gotta love it. We'll get this tied in. This is wedged in. Some of my friends are much better on the forge than I am. I can run one and I can do some stuff. I'm not a blacksmith by any way, shape, or form. I just am somebody that plays at it and can kind of do some decent stuff. Friends of mine are much better, like my knife maker friend John Thompson from Dwarf Mountain Knives. He's damn good and can turn one of these out pretty and probably much faster than I can, but he's quite some distance away and I needed one, so I did it. This has got a little bit of rust on it and I cleaned it up, so it's not that big a deal. You start out and wrap it below the split so it don't split any farther as it goes. So we'll get this pulled tight. I'll pop this out of here and then pull the cord through, that way it'll quit spinning. We'll shove this back in. You can see the wind and hear it. Do a quick wrap up through to kind of hold everything secure. Now normally I'd trim these down and stuff like that, but for this section I'm not going to. We're just doing this would be like a real fast knock up if you need some protection or something along that line, because you can hammer this out pretty quick. You could use anything in here. Another stick, a stone. It's something that whatever you use. I just happen to have this point and wanted to use it. We're going to play with this later anyway to see how tough this stuff actually is. From what I've done with it before, it's shockingly tough, because you can almost fuse this together into a plastic sleeve. You want to wrap it down past the point where it's really, oops. Okay, you wrap this, just keep wrapping it. Pull it back under itself multiple times, and once you have it like that, you start heating it over your fire. You can see it shrinking up. All this mess will have to be cut off and trimmed off. I'll do that later once we get it to the, you can watch it shrinking up right there. Shrinking a lot. You can see it's actually pretty impressive. It's cooled off to the touch, and that's in there secured pretty good. What I would probably do is wrap it some more, but I'll have to cut another bottle for that. Well, actually I can get some more on there. This is about 2/3. What I use there is about 2/3 of a bottle. So, of a larger bottle. You can use a lot of cord in doing stuff like this, but a plastic bottle's pretty hard to beat. Okay, that's pretty much the last of it. So we'll pull it back through itself several times. Once this heats up, this will lock tight, very, very tight. This method can be used in almost anything. You can make furniture this way. You can secure two sticks together. I think if you did this right, you could even probably do a split bow and secure it together that way. This isn't pretty, but it's functional, and for the length of time that it took me, it would get game. If I had to do this out in the field like this and I found a piece of bone, that would work awesome. Anything in there you could use. You can watch that just shrinking down. You gotta be careful, you can melt it, but it'll shrink. You don't want to melt it to where it's running off. You're just trying to shrink it up. Okay. That's pretty much the whole bottle. 2/3 of the bottle. And that is very, very solid.